Watching my brother's graduation right now. I'm just waiting for them to call his name. Got a thunderstorm going on too, but you know, it is what it is.
Hello, girl. You know, for days now I've been watching you as you walk by. But I've been afraid to come out and tell you exactly just what's on my mind. Well, I think I'm going out of my head.
That's how we're gonna start the Dubs Only podcast. What up, everyone? Welcome back. We're gonna do a Game 3 preview, but then also do a review of Game 1 and 2. Now, let's go ahead and get this started. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching, subscribing, supporting, liking my stuff, sharing it themselves. You guys can keep doing that. I would deeply appreciate that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Game 1 review. So everyone who watched Game 1, people who came into Game 1 actually were saying that this is going to be a boring series, you know, the small market team versus the small market team. No one's going to watch it. But like I said before going into this whole series, the preview of the series, for people who are basketball fans and love basketball, they're going to love this series because it's the best basketball team versus the best basketball team. It's not the storyline of the player versus the player, how the NBA usually wants it to go. This time it's more of it's the franchise versus the franchise. So this is what I love. And with that being said, just Game 1 in itself, the way that it ended, the way that it played out from the beginning, the Pacers were just not feeling it. They were just turning the ball over. They were just being too fast with it. The Thunder themselves, they were a little fast with it in the beginning, but then once they were able to calm down and just play their offense, then you can see the difference and the momentum was on their side. Whereas the Pacers, they were kind of forcing stuff where they were saying where they were like, we need to get a play right now. We need to get something right now because if we don't, 10 is going to feel like 20. And once we get to 20, then that's going to feel like a 50-point game. But in true Pacer fashion, what they do, they came back, and is it to be surprised by now? I think it shouldn't be. The way that they played in the Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks, that should show you right there just exactly what kind of team this is. They went up against the Cavs. They beat the Cavs. Although the Cavs may have been hurt, they still showed out, and did their thing. So when it came down to OKC not being able to close out or Shai Alexander not making those last second shots, we got someone who we've seen do this throughout this whole playoffs, and Tyrese Halliburton. And my thing is, if you're in striking distance, no matter where the game is, if there's still a lot of time and the other team is striking distance, just that little momentum shift can just change the whole game. That's exactly what happened here. The Pacers got stops. They were able to make some buckets. Nemhard was there to make buckets. And then what happened? Shai just misses the last shot. Tyrese Halliburton comes down, pull-up J with the right side with the funky jump shot, catches it, Pacers win. So that's my whole review of Game 1 right there. We're going to go ahead and shift into Game 2 now, where we got the Thunder actually delivering in a must-win situation because after losing Game 1 in the fashion that they did, giving up a 15-point lead in the fourth quarter, you have to come back right away with a win. And not just like a win, not like a close win. You need a dominant win to show like, hey, that game, we messed up. We're going to come back now. We're going to show why we're the best team, why we have the best record, why Shai Alexander is the MVP. So that's what I wanted the Thunder to do when they came into this one. Show your dominance, show why you guys are who you are and why you guys are the number one team. And they did exactly that. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, like I mentioned as well in the preview of the whole finals, if the Pacers want to win this finals, it's going to have to be on the back of Tyrese Halliburton being aggressive and attacking the paint. Taking eight jumper attempts within the first half, that's not enough. Like, you got to go more. Like, you got to shoot the ball. You're going to be the key in the sense that if you're looking for your shot, driving in the hole, being a threat to score down low, you're going to open up the entire offense because the defense is going to have to collapse. Someone else is going to be open. So Tyrese Halliburton, he was more aggressive in the fourth quarter when I guess they were just playing freer. and not having that, okay, now we have to go right now, because throughout the whole game it was a blowout. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if that was what the reason was why he decided to go out in the fourth quarter. But this is gonna have to come down to Tyrese Halliburton to be aggressive. So, and also Shai just doing his thing, another 30-point game, most points within the finals debut in the first 2 games, beating Allen Iverson by 1. It just shows why he should be in the top 3. He's not the best player in my opinion. That goes to Jokic and Giannis, but Shai is showing that he's the 3rd best player in the league. So that's gonna be it for the review of Game 2. All right, now let's go ahead and go to Game 3 predictions. What do I think is going to happen in Game 3? Now, like I said in Game 2, if the Pacers want to win this series, it's going to have to Tyrese Halliburton being aggressive. With that being said, Game 3 is going to be back in Indiana, the first finals game in Indiana since 2000. And for people who know basketball or are passionate about the game, Indiana is one of the best basketball cities. So I believe that their home crowd is going to be electric, going to be noisy, going to be very distracting for the Thunder, because 1, they haven't had a finals in that long, in over 25 years, and 2, being that it's a basketball-loving city. Now, what do I think is going to happen in this game? I think that the Thunder are it's going to be like a boat rocking. It's going to be a little roller coaster. It's going to be a bumpy ride in this. I think that the Indiana Pacers are going to come fast. They're going to come with the first punch. And it's going to be what the Thunder are going to do in trying to respond to that because of the atmosphere, because of how I believe the crowd is going to be. We saw what happened when they played the Nuggets, and that crowd just got to them. They lost by over 30 points to Jokic and them. So can the Thunder withstand the punches and be able to punch back? That's going to be the main thing. For the Pacers, can you ride that momentum from the crowd to be able to get stops, win the fast break, and be able to keep a distance from the Thunder? Because if the Pacers are going to want to win this game, it can't be like a close game. It has to be at least like a 7-point to like 10-point double-digit game win, just to show like, hey, we can play with you guys, and you still got another one here in Indiana. So that's where I am. We're at Game 3 prediction. I think that the Thunder are going to do it. I think that, like I said, they're going to get punches, but I feel like Shai Gilgeous and them, they're going to punch back. And I think this is going to be the moment in the series where the Thunder realize that, hey, we're better than these guys. Let's stop playing to their level. Let's play our ball, and let's win this already. We got this. And every finals, there comes that moment where, hey, we're better than this team. Let's go out and show it. And I think this is going to be the opportunity for the Thunder to do that, and I think that is exactly what's going to happen. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up from here for the Dubs Only podcast. Appreciate you guys for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Go ahead and send me all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys next time. More coming soon. Peace.
Yes, I think I'm going out of
48.
Driving down the 110, going 110. Like I started now, never from the bullpen. Call him Kirsch, never wish the worst. Come back around, trigger karma is a curse.